BassResinator here. I have a couple tray molds. This is a medium length one and then a small one. I got another long one, but I'm not going to use that for this purpose. And I have some cacti. Now, I know these are supposed to represent the saguaro cactus, but saguaro cactus aren't built like this. This looks more like a barrel cactus with some growths off the side. Barrel cactus are really wide, and the saguaro is narrow and it has these branches off. But I know it's intended to be a saguaro, so we'll just call this a saguaro Christmas. What am I talking about? We've got 3 sizes of these. This one I'm going to make into an ornament. I'm going to actually drill a little hole and put a little ring on the top and then be able to hang it from a tree, because that one won't weigh that much. That size would be way too heavy for a tree. It would be like Charlie Brown's tree. Hang a thing and it just lean all over. And this one's way too big. So what I'm going to do is on these, this one will go on the bigger tray and this one will be on the littler tray. So we're going to have a saguaro Christmas. Now, in order to get the color of the cactus, I'm going to use this Color Passion olive paste. And I've already mixed it up into part B so you can see the color it's going to be. Really green. And then for the bottom, I want it to look kind of like sand. So I have saffron gold. Look at that. It's going to be kind of cool. So that'll be the bases. And then I may, if I need a little bit more, I may use a little bit of peach raspberry and make sort of kind of a blend with the saffron gold and the peach. We'll worry about that as we go along. Because I don't know how much these 2 trays are going to hold. I'm guessing about 6 ounces. Excuse me. Wow. I'm guessing about 6 ounces for these. But in order to make those really cool looking, I have in my mind something going on. And you're probably going to say, you always have something on my mind. Yeah. Green Frog Chameleon Pigment. What I want to do is dust a little bit on. I don't know if you've ever seen real cactus out in the wild. They're never one color. There's blotches on them. There's imperfections where nature got a hold of it, or some animal dug a hole in the side and has a little nest like some owls. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and put some of this in, just not in any pattern necessarily, just some little imperfections. See if I can get down into the little arms. Now, I don't know if you've ever watched the old Disney wildlife shows, but there's one called Living Desert. And I remember that one. It was always really cool to me. First off, the old Disney wildlife ones where they would, it looked like a cartoon and then this paintbrush would go over the top. And as the paint dribbled down, it turned into real life. I mean, that animation was so cool. And that was before CGI. So Disney people were way ahead of their time on that. But in Living Desert, it shows how bobcats have the uncanny ability of running up saguaro cactus. And they don't damage their paws. I don't know how that's possible. But it is, because they do. Oh, and also, when I'm done with these, I'm going to make some little flowers with some pearlescent UV resin, and adorn these Saguaro cactus after they're cured, so it'll give it a little bit of a Christmassy look. Well, I'm hoping. Just randomness here. Now these colors, this green frog, the saffron gold, are from Laura's Art Corner, and I do have a discount code, and it'll be in my description below. So, oh boy, look at that. So if you are interested in any of these colors or any of the other stuff, Laura's Art Corner is the one that deals with color passion pastes here in the United States. So if you're based in the United States and you want some of those colors, go check out laurasartcorner.net. And if you need a discount code, you can check in my description below. Okay, let me get the resin mixed up, and I'll be right back. Okay, I went around with that squirting bulb right here, and went around the edge, and then I used a toothpick and went around to make sure there's no bubbles hanging out there. But now pour in the desert floor. I'm using Bondcrafter resin, and this is the end of it. I used it all up. I've been talking about it the last couple pours. I'm almost out. Well, I'm out. Now this one is not as full. But I can't do anything about it now because I'm out. That's what I said, huh? Okay, let me get this out of the way and I'll be right back. Okay, what I have decided I will do is if I have any of this green left over, I'll just put a little bit in there. If. Now the good thing about this is the arms are at an angle. I'm sitting there holding that up in the air. And the bubbles came right up on out of there. So that was nice. I said, if I have enough, right? If not, I guess one can just stay a little shallower than the other. Because right now, I'm thinking I'm not going to have any left over. Well, this is 7.5 ounces. And it filled up those two. Well, let me mix up something else and finish it off in that one. And whatever I have left over, I'll pull in that one too. How's that? Sound good? Okay, that's what I'll do. I will be back with you when it's time to unmold. Okay, bye. Well, the green, look at that. I pulled this one out. I had to use soapy water to get down in there because, I mean, it's cured very well. However, it's a chore to get that out. So let me get more soapy water over here. You'll hear me spray it. Sort of move it around. Move that one over there. Move that over there and that over there. Now these are still on the bendy side, but I think they're going to be good enough to be able to get out. But we'll work on those after I work on these, huh? It just feels like I'm going to tear the whole thing apart. I hope I don't. Once I get it started, then I can just push from the top. There we go. Now it's starting to slide. And then boom, it just pops right out. And these are a little on the sharp side right there. So get out my deburring tool. I don't really have to do too much of this deburring on this. I just need to get it to where it'll be able to sit flat on the tray. Because I'm going to end up sticking it down on the tray. Yeah. Yeah. Have yourself a Saguaro little Christmas. Saguaro cactus Christmas. I'm dreaming of a Saguaro Christmas, just like the ones in Arizona, in New Mexico, mostly in Arizona, and in Mexico, in the Chihuahua Desert and Sonora Desert. Yeah, this definitely too heavy. These two big ones or bigger ones. That little one will be perfect for an ornament, but this would be too heavy. Yeah, that's looking like just the right color for a saguaro, or for a cactus, for that matter. With the shininess on there, it adds to the seasonal effect of Christmas. Okay, so good. So let me get out the little tool to make that into an ornament. Be right back. Okay, have the little screw-in device right there, and the little drill. Just give it a little pressure and push down and turn. And turn and turn and turn and turn. I could use my Dremel, but I'm be afraid I'd go too far with it. And I don't need to go too far in. I think I have gone far enough. Now, let me show you a little trick that I have learned. First off, put this away, because very easy to lose. I mean, like, easy. There we go. Put that back in his little bag. Now, just a touch of UV resin, not much, right on the hole that I just drilled. That's all it takes. And then take the little eyelet thingy . Okay, I'm going to grab some pliers here. Get my needle nose locking pliers, which will help hold it in place, and then just twist, and it'll go in because this is still in the process of curing, okay? But that little bit of UV resin that I put there will now be used to stick it even better. What a cute little ornament, huh? Especially if somebody lives in Arizona or New Mexico. Some places in Texas, you might find these in West Texas. Not usually. Definitely Arizona. And then me put all my tools away. And then I have some of these Christmas ornament holders. Since we have a green cactus, let me get a green one. They come in bulk. I mean, that was a huge amount. That goes right through there. And then this very ingenious little thingy. Push till it clicks. And there it is. And I have an ornament. Yay! Now, what am I going to do with these other things? Well, let us not talk about lettuce. Let us unmold our places, the sandy area. Now, like I said, these are on the bendy side, but that's okay. I'm unmolding these right before I go to my symphony chorale rehearsal. The symphony orchestra conductor is coming in with us tonight because there's certain songs we're doing a cappella with the choral conductor, and most of the Christmas concert with the symphony is with orchestra. And we're actually doing 2 Christmas concerts. Wow, that is pretty, huh? We're doing one a cappella, basically, concert at a basilica in the city of San Juan, a big Catholic church. This one's really bendy. It's cured enough to get it out of here. And then I'm just going to let it sit. If I were wanting to shape it over a bowl or something, that would be ideal time to do that. But I'm not. I'll get you down here in just a bit. Oh my goodness. Come on now. And it'll go back into shape and just as soon as I get it all out, just like that little one did. Man, this is crazy how bendy this one is now. Okay, got it out. Try and get them the same way. And that, put that by a sink in the bathroom or kitchen or out on the counter or on a dresser. You can put your keys and spare change in there. Yeah. Let me get you down here for... I really like this little guy. For a panoramic view. If you are a subscriber of mine, thank you so very much. I'm just going to not even move that. He'll be fine when I get him off of there later tonight after rehearsal. I will be home from rehearsal in about 5 hours. I'll leave in about an hour and then come back. Yeah. So, yeah, let me move stuff around so I can hide extra stuff around here so that you don't see what I have on my desk. It's a mess. Okay, be right. we're going to change the angle, so I'm going to take it off of here. I'll pause it. There we go. Look at that. A little piece of dust on there. But look at that. Cool, huh? And then that one there. Yeah. Like I was saying, if you are a subscriber of mine, thank you so very much. If you are not, it's real easy to become one. Just go down to the bottom of this video and push subscribe. Yeah, cool. And while you're there, click the little icon of a bell, and you'll be notified anytime I do something new. Coolness. I've been dreaming of a Saguaro Christmas, or Saguaro Christmas in the desert time. Wow, yeah, you can do all kinds of different songs here. I do have channel members. If you are interested in doing that, go down and click the button that says join, and then follow the instructions. Okay, I'll stick around. I will have some closing shots after I come back from rehearsal, because I want to be able to get these out in a different area, but I don't want to touch these anymore because they're super bendy. Not so much on this one, but this long one really is. Okay, Saguaro Christmas. We'll see ya. Maybe you thought, uh-oh, he said he was going to put flowers on, but he didn't. Well, I used some white pearlescent UV resin and made the little starry shape, and then I put a little bit of pink in the middle, and I did that on this one. On this little hanging one, I put the flowers there, and on this bigger one over here, I put the flowers there. So now we have a complete set. So yeah, I know I said I was gonna put the flowers on and you didn't see it. I made those with pearlescent UV resin, and then I stuck them on with UV resin for bonding. Yep. Okay, now we're done.